go. 2024 Topps Allen Ginter Baseball Full Case Picker Team Break number 5. The final one, my friends. This is the final Ginter. I have 0. Oh, that one already ripped open. I have 0 additional boxes. So this is it on the Allen and Ginter Baseball. We are now officially sold out on the Ginter. First couple cases went pretty fast. This last one took us a second, but it also kind of got dropped in there with Stadium Club and update, so kind of got pushed for a second. But if this wasn't up on the website, I probably wouldn't have went live tonight. Starting kind of Tuesdays, I'm kind of playing by ear, based off of what if stuff carries over from the prior week, go live. If not really, then I probably won't, unless there's maybe like a first off the line or something that I have that I know will move like super fast, But yeah, this week I was like, well, go live and kind of focus in on this specifically so we can get this chapter closed. Devers on the box topper. Appreciate you guys hopping in, as always, my friends. So now we got a bunch of football out there on the website, really, now. We got the Flawless that drops tomorrow. We already had some 2024 Elite Football. I just posted up that 2015 Topps Field Access. Plus, we got all the Bone Chrome use for next week, so we're loaded up on the footballs. Basketball's rough. I was thinking about getting, I don't typically do a whole lot of Hit Parade stuff, especially their like repack stuff. I do periodically, I'll get like maybe like stuff that I can't get with Gold Rush, like batting helmets for baseball or something like that. Or like some sort of weird, there was a couple times I bought like, they did like Hit Parade. It was like Nintendo cartridges and different kind of weird funky stuff that they do, but I was half tempted. They have a basketball product out there that's like a case hits only, so it's only like downtowns and kabooms and only case hits basketball, and I was going to get one of those, try it out. I didn't quite pull the trigger. I don't know, I just going back and forth on it, and then I don't know, decided I didn't really decide not to. I just didn't do it. I don't know, but I was thinking about it. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of Hit Parade repack stuff or would be interested in that. But the problem is, it's just there's no basketball releasing, so I'm going to do that. I just don't know what else to do for basketball. I mean, I guess I could get some Prism basketball. But like I said, last week we had Phoenix, and the Phoenix was moving super slow. I think those one boxers will be all right for Austin's daytime stream because it's only one box pick your team. But Phoenix was moving super slow, and then I had that Spectre that was moving super slow. So I don't know. I don't know what to do on the basketball. I don't want to not have any basketball, but what are you going to do when you got like a month in between releases? A month or more. All right, fellas, here we go. Buckle up. Buckle in, baby. Everything ships. Everything ships. Ohtani base is card number 97 for the 7 spot. Everything ships. You guys already know it. We are going pretty quick through the base cards, but everything does ship. First hit, Angels, Braden's. Everything ships. Every single darn card. I do not like these X-ray cards at all. I actually really like these the Westminster Kennel Club cards. Actually pretty do like the food cards. Just don't like the X-ray. My favorite thing is, though, is whenever it never fails. Never fails. Kershaw Chrome for the 2. Never fails. It's whenever Ginter releases, I'll be on social media, and never fails. There's every couple of days or whatever, Yamamoto base for the 1 spot, card number 201. Every couple of days, once Ginter releases and people are grabbing blaster boxes and, you know, and people will, it's usually people that are buying, ooh, for the Mets, amplified. How about a Nolan Ryan framed mini auto on card? Mets, baby, amp. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Nolan Ryan framed mini on card. But it never fails. Like I said, it's usually people that are buying the blaster boxes that are just like, you know, at Walmart or Target and see a new baseball and they, you know, but it never fails. People are like, you know, will take pictures of the cards and, or, you know, the hot dog cards and the French fry cards or whatever, and they're like, just like disgusted that these cards are in this set. You know what I mean? They're like, this should all be baseball. Like, what the hell is this? Istanbul and Rio de Janeiro. In action for the Padres, SP insert. And yeah, it's just always funny to hear people complain about Ginter. And it's like, come on, guys. De La Cruz mini chrome, pretty cool. There's one set that's like this, and it's like a iconic, historic set, you know? It's like, if you only want baseball, don't buy Ginter. If the only thing you're looking for is baseball cards, don't buy Ginter. But nonetheless, I always think it's funny. I'd like literally as soon as Ginter comes out, or as soon as I know that Ginter retail boxes are out, it's like I'm patiently waiting on social media to see somebody complain about it. It's always just funny to me. Game used memorabilia for the Rockies. One of those last teams off the board there, super cheap. Larry Walker, game used memorabilia. Ellie De La Cruz, base rookie. Yamamoto rookie refractor, chrome refractor, card number 201 for the 1 spot. That was the first box. Pretty good on a Nolan Ryan autograph frame mini. Again, fellas, just posted up that Topps Field Access football. Pretty cheap to get it on a full case break. I know we got a lot of stuff out there. I mean, I'm already, you know, we're also trying to fill up Flawless. Bunch of people, and I mean a bunch of people already got locked and loaded on the Bone Chrome football, so I know we got a lot of breaks out there. Not exactly cheap ones. I do think the Bone Chrome football will go up in price, so it's always a good idea, and historically every time has, so I think now is definitely the most opportune time to buy in on those breaks. But nonetheless, you know, Flawless ain't cheap, all that, so the fact that I'm adding up even more breaks to the website with that field access, but like I said, do check that out for a pretty cheap old school rip on a whole case. All right, next oversized box topper. Tatis and the Padres. I do still have, if you're interested after this, anybody's interested in breaking some more baseball. I do still have Topps Chrome logo fractor boxes, which I have to double check the price. I think I was at $144 a box. I know I'm going to be cheaper than that. I'd have to double check. I'd probably be like $125 or $129 or something. But if anybody is interested in a personal box, we could rip open some Topps Chrome logo fractors. Just throwing that out there. Plan on using those boxes for some MLB mixers somewhere down the line here next couple weeks. But if anybody wanted some personals, we could set that up after this. If you want more MLB in your veins. Oh man, it has been rough today without my phone. And like I said, the roughest part about it is the fact that my phone, like, it still works. It just, I can't click the section where, like, it's like just one section of my phone screen, just like this section here. The tippy top and the bottom works, but this little section here. So like if somebody calls me, I can still slide over to accept the call. But as for text and stuff, I can't get past my passcode because I can't hit the passcode because my passcode includes 1, 2, 3. Well, it doesn't include all those, but it includes some of those numbers. And because I can't click it, I can't get to my phone, but I'll see all the messages that are coming through. I literally had like 12 texts today. It's painful. Hopefully the phone screen gets here tomorrow and I don't have any problems putting it on. Anybody ever replaced their iPhone phone screen? Like I said, I did it way back in like, yeah, it's probably like 2014 with the iPhone 5C. An iPhone 5C that I just, for whatever reason, I didn't put a case on my phone back then. I don't know, trying to be cool or something, I guess, but. And I had to replace that screen like at least 3 times. I think it was 4 times I replaced the screen. And it was like pretty easy. I mean, the first time it's obviously a little nerve-wracking, but then after that it's like, plus I have, I still have an iPhone 11. When did the iPhone 11 come out? Like 2019 or 2020, 2021? I don't know. It's been a couple, it's definitely a couple years old, couple years old. So I'm not super worried about it. Like we got here, Rojas rookie framed mini numbered to 50, 36 out of 50. 36 out of 50 for the Phillies. Rojas rookie on card autograph framed mini. Jim with the Phillies. So I'm not too worried about it. Like if it was a brand new phone, you know, I'd get a little bit more nervous about having to crack it open and do all that. But with it being an older one anyways, I'm like, I just bought like a $25 one off of Amazon, and if I mess something up, it's like, is this any sort of variation? I don't think so. I think it was just flipped. If there's any sort of issue while I'm doing it, you know, it's like, just go to the phone store and get a new phone at that point. Go to Verizon and just get a new one. But hopefully I can fix it for 25 bucks, and then, because it's one of those things where honestly, I mean, and I know if you're a phone person, you're not going to like me saying this, because my older brother's a phone person, and I know he's not going to like, he would not agree with this, but like to me, it's like iPhone 11, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, like it's just an iPhone. And I used to get the new iPhone every, you know, probably 2 years or whatever, you know. You pay it off. Perez for the Royals game used jersey. Get it through Verizon. You make payments on it after 2 years. It's Paul Skeens, base rookie. Ellie De La Cruz. After 2 years, it's paid off, and then you get a new one. But then after I got this iPhone 11, I was like, I'm not getting a new one, and then really just hasn't even been bothering me. You know, it's like I don't even realize whenever a new one comes out. But so if I can just fix this bad boy for 25 bucks and keep riding this out for a little bit. Be cool. But it was a sad, sad day. The phone screen was already cracked, and then I dropped the day right on the screen. And my case, that's probably something I should have taken care of. Swamp creatures. We haven't got too many of these. Snook. Jackson Holiday. Soto. But my phone case, it's been the same phone case since I got it. So it's a phone case that I've had. Yankees jersey. Since I got it. So it's like, what, 3, 4, 5-year-old phone case. And it finally started to deteriorate. It's one of those otter boxes. I do like those otter boxes. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but your phone's also expensive, so get a nice case for it, you know? But after a while, obviously, it starts to deteriorate. And once that, like, flexible stuff that goes around the edges starts to go, which, like I said, it took several years, so very pleased with that. But it started to go. Mini just, okay. And I think that helped expedite the process a little bit. Case started to go, screen was already cracked, and then another drop, and that was all she wrote. Jackie Robinson, 0, Chrome. Hope my mail comes fairly early tomorrow, but I bet you it's going to come at like 3 o'clock or something, 3:30. It's going to make me mad. I have to wait around. What are you going to do, though? What are you going to do? Ain't nothing you can do. I do greatly appreciate you guys hopping in on all these breaks. Got a lot of irons in the fire here with the website and everything, so new releases, tying up some loose ends on some not even really older products like this, but you know, ones that recently released but we're still working on a little bit. Bobby Witt Jr., oversized. Trying to pre-sell something for the first time ever. I've never did pre-sell a break this far in advance like I'm doing with those Bone Chrome U's. So I think we have to round it off, right? Gibson wouldn't be any MLB team, right? Well, no, actually that might be non-MLB. Non-MLB. Yeah, it would go to non-MLB spots. Sorry, I forgot that we had that. Guardians, Bat Relic. Jimenez. Altuve, Bat Relic. Used. My son, Paxton started wrestling. I was it 2 weeks back, and so they take wrestling pretty seriously up here in Pennsylvania, and it seems like this kind of part of the country, Pennsylvania, Ohio, etc., take wrestling pretty serious. But so we started wrestling a couple weeks back, and so far, Yankees, I have not been super impressed. So they have school wrestling, which he's doing the school wrestling through school, and then they also have like different kind of like wrestling clubs. Oh shoot, what was the name of it? I was just talking to my wife about it before the live stream. It'll come back to me. Now I'm just mad because I know what the name of it is. Rough House. Which is like its own, actual business that somebody created to coach kids in wrestling. So, and we asked a bunch of people on our football team, honestly, yeah, I mean, it's not the break. It's not exactly a perfect brake product, but it is a good product. Ellie De La Cruz Chrome for the price point and just how much you get. I mean, it is nice. It really is. Like I said, boxes went up about $10 per box. $10 per box since release, so definitely popular. Foster for the Reds, game used Bat Relic framed mini, George Foster. But we were talking to parents about wrestling. Oh, really? Oh. Hopefully we don't miss them. This is a product where you can miss some stuff, though. That's why we ship everything with certain products. I mean, we've been shipping everything for the vast majority of products, but like certain things like this, it's like Freeman for the 2-spot, refractor, chrome. Either way, we were talking to parents because did we get at apples before? We'll scratch and sniff apples. Smells like apples. It kind of smells like apple cinnamon. Not a big apple cinnamon. Smells like apples. Non-MLB. I like this. I like to smell. I do want to know, who is buying those, though? Who's buying a scratch and sniff card? And are you buying it strictly just to scratch it and sniff it? I mean, you definitely, if you buy a scratch and sniff or you get a scratch and sniff in a break, you're going to sniff it. That is definitely going to happen. But are anybody buying those strictly to sniff them? Yeah, I know. We got time, though. We got time. I'm just trying to rattle off because I don't have my phone and it's killing me because I want to watch these college football games that we got. We got some MAC action here on this Tuesday night. 3 different college football games. I'd like to have that going on in the background. So now I got to fill up some time here. But yeah, so we're talking to parents, and I never wrestled, so I don't know anything about wrestling. I did basketball. I didn't wrestle. I don't know nothing about it. Like zilch, zero. Like even my son, he was like, "Hey, can you coach my wrestling team too? They need coaches." And I'm like, "I can't, no, buddy. I just don't know anything. If I even knew a little bit that I could help the youth football or the youth wrestling team or something, that'd be fine. I just don't know nothing." So Tani, card number ends in a 6 spot on the jumbo. PYT. So, but we were asking parents, just like, we knew that there was this rough house that we heard people talking about. Should we put them in the rough house? Should we go through the school? What do we do here? And, everyone said that the rough house you got to pay for. Obviously, for the school, there's still like a registration and that stuff. But I think with rough house, it's like $15 a practice, and you can go to as many practices you want, or you know what I mean, because it's like not actually through the school, and I don't even think there's like an actual season. I think it's just like constantly. Hey, I think we got the foil hot box here. I know, but even this one, they were like, and this is what this is foreshadowing what I'm going to be talking about. But they were like, you don't even have to have wrestling experience, just be good with kids. You know what I mean? That was what they said. They were like, don't even have to know wrestling, just be good with kids. Like assisting with the small kids, yada yada yada. And I'm like, what in the hell? They're like I don't like the sound of that at all. My son's potential wrestling coach doesn't know anything about football, and he's just there to help corral the kids around. Like, what the hell? I don't like that at all. Either way, we were talking to people. Everyone said Rough House was way better, but we were like, well, he's just so small, and it just seems like he's so small, and it's his first year, so it just seems like that is just like a little bit too serious, to pay for classes and all that. It just seemed to be a little bit too serious, and I was like, let's put him in the school wrestling this year. We'll see if maybe he don't even want to do it next year. Maybe he wants to do basketball. Just see what's up. So far, he seems to like it, but so we stuck him in the school one, and the first couple weeks, I'm like, okay, they're still, I'm sure some of these coaches are new. We're still trying to figure everything out, but it really wasn't. It just seems like super disorganized. I haven't heard a coach yell once, and I don't like that. Dude, for football, I am yelling all the time. Not belittling the kids, but like, you got to yell to get your point across. Or if somebody's goofing off, you got to yell at them to make them stop. Have some authority. There's kids running around, jacking off. That didn't sound right with kids. Messing around, goofing off, and it's just, and I haven't heard a coach yell once. I'm like, somebody needs to scream and say, everyone, like, settle down, pay attention, all that. And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, that's what I was telling my sister-in-law that has her son in wrestling this year too. I was like, the fact that I haven't heard a coach yell yet makes me worried. Like, it sounds like it would be, come on, James. It sounds like it would be the other way. Like, you don't want them, yelling at the kids all the time or whatever. But it's like not hearing a coach yell once seems not okay, So first couple weeks, I was like, all right, we'll just, first 2 weeks, we're just gonna, just roll with it. See, just see how it's going. Don't get too worried about it. Zach Gilford, actor, autograph for the non-MLB. Anybody know what show or movies this guy was in? He looks somewhat familiar, but I definitely don't know what he's from. But so today was the start of week 3, and more of the same. And they also do this thing where they kind of split up the older kids and the younger kids. because we're in a gym, but they have like an auxiliary gym right off to the side. Otani, which is smaller, it doesn't have any like basketball rims or anything. 97 basketball hoops. Oh, really? I think you're right. It's definitely. Is that Friday Night Lights? The show, definitely not the movie. Friday Night Lights. I don't like the show. The movie is the Friday Night Lights movie is my favorite movie. That guy can't be the. That's got to be the show, right? I know in the movie, the quarterback has red hair too. I think, but I don't think it's this guy. But they'll take the older kids off to the gym that's like right off to the side, and then the younger kids stay in the main gym. But like today, the like head coach of it all went with the older kids. He's been staying down. Yes, the show. Okay. I don't really like the show. The movie is my favorite movie of all time, but the show just I don't know. But the head coach went with the older kids today, which normally he's been sticking with the younger kids. So I get it. He's trying to split up his time. All right. But these guys that were with the small kids, it was like they come to practice with no like there is no like, hey, this is what we're doing or this is what we're trying to get done. It's just like Paul Skeens foil. You liked the show. Did you like the movie? Did you like the movie? One, did you like the movie? And two, do you like the movie more than the show, or do you like the show more than the movie? And today it was terrible. It was just like, it was terrible. And then I usually pay attention quite a bit. Like I also am learning about wrestling, so I want to be able to do some stuff at home. Oh, this is going to be a tough one to rip here. Roberto Clemente for Pittsburgh. Rip to 50, 45 to 50. Pittsburgh, Roy P. Rip it, baby. Rip it or keep it. Rip card, 45 out of 50. Roberto Clemente, Pittsburgh. Dude, watch the movie. You got to watch the movie again. You got to watch the movie again. I love the movie. Yeah, that's probably why I don't really like the show. Yeah. But, like I said, I watch the practices pretty good. I mean, we take our little son, Colson, with us too, so sometimes he plays in this little room they have off to the gym and just like goofs off in there, and I'll go in there with him for a little bit and that sort of deal. But for the most part, I'm paying attention to what he's got going on because, like I said, I'm learning too, and I want to make sure we can kind of, whenever we get home and we do some extra reps at home, I'm telling him the right thing. But today I was like more in tune to it because I didn't have my phone. Freaking phone. Roberto Clemente, it is a nice one, but I just feel like there's very few cards that wouldn't be a rip for me personally. I know everyone's different. For me personally, there's very few cards. 101 rip card, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and sell the rip, But like there's very few rips that I wouldn't rip. But today I was more in tune with the practice because of not having my phone. Every time I start talking, we're getting a hit here. Ooh, got 2 hits back to back. That would have been an awesome pack if you would have got a personal pack at a hobby shop. 13 out of 25. Devers for the Bo Sox. Orange Mini. Boston Red Sox going out to Wayne. Orange Chrome Mini Devers. 13 out of 25. Our first numbered card of the, I guess besides the rip. And then we have for the Brewers, I thought it was autographed. Churio, rookie, game used, jersey, frame mini. Zags fan with the Brewers. I really thought that was going to be autographed. Didn't even cross my mind that was going to be a memorabilia. Damn. Hot box action. But I was pretty much paying attention the whole time, and it was just like terrible. Like, there should be a chicken tender scratch and sniff. Like, they have all the kids like spread out on the mat, and they're all mini card went flying. Mancata. And like, they're all supposed to work with a partner on whatever they're working on, takedown, whatever. And the coaches do go around and kind of and show the kids, but I feel like they could be more hands-on and more like, sometimes they're a little standoffish, like they're just kind of walking around making sure the kids are doing stuff, and then like you're telling me like there should be at no point should, whenever the kids are doing that, should like two coaches be like standing there talking, because you're telling me that there's not a kid there that's doing it. There's all the kids are there doing it perfect, where you don't need to talk to a kid. Like the whole time that they're doing that, you should be hands-on with, you know, that group of kids, and then once you kind of talk with them a little bit, move on to the next group, and then. But sometimes they'll just kind of be standing around watching, and I'm like watching my son, and Devers for the Bo Sox, another one. And I clearly see he's not doing it right based off of what they told him to do. Like, I clearly can see it, and no one's correcting him. And I'm like, how? Like, I know there's more kids there than coaches, but like, they'll be doing that for like 15, 20 minutes, and like no one's correcting him. I'm like, how? And then the one kid that he is always matched up against is one of the coach's kids, and I could say this sort of stuff because I'm the head coach of the football team, and even last year, whenever I was just an assistant coach, some people didn't even know Paxton was my son, because I don't treat anybody any different. I don't give him any favoritism or anything. Like, whenever you're a coach of a team, it's about the team. Like, of course, I'm there because of my son, and there's a, you know, I might be like maybe looking after him. I can't even say that. I'm looking after him all, just like my own son. But the one, he's matched up with this coach's kid, and whenever he comes over to talk to him, he always fixes his son, like what his son's doing. He talks to him, tells him to do it, and like redo it on Paxton or whatever. And then as soon as he's done with that, he like, you know, stands up, turns around, and then he's trying to find somebody else to talk to. But he never talks to Paxton about what he's doing, or like tells Paxton, now you go and let me see what you're doing. He always does. He only looks at his kid and then he moves on. He's never helped Paxton, and it drives me fucking insane. Oh, it is. I keep, there's like, I've done it like 100 times today, where I pull out my phone and I go to open it up, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't do it. It is crazy. Like, and I know I'm bad with my phone. Like, anytime I have any like dead time, I never just like am just like sitting. If I have any dead time, I'm like scrolling Twitter on my phone, or doing something, you know, getting some more information on a new product or something, you know, reading a ESPN article on my phone. Like, it's always filled with looking at my phone. So it has been weird today, and I don't need my phone. Like, I could be without it. It would be fine. But like, the fact that I wasn't planning on it, and then like didn't have it today, it definitely, there was some anxiety there. I'm like, oh. But yeah, so the fact that it's like unorganized, there's this one kid that's just like running around messing with other people. No one has yelled at him yet. Like, after he's messing around with people for several minutes, somebody will come up to him and be like, where's your partner? You know, it's like, dude, yell at that damn kid. Yell at that kid, because he ain't going to stop. Yell at him, tell him he can't be doing it, and move on. You know, I don't know. It has been rough. Everyone told us to do the rough house, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for not doing it now, but I just thought that this would be better for his first year. You know, I didn't want to be too serious, and then like always getting his butt kicked in matches because he's in this. We got Mark McGuire on card. Man, the autographs have been pretty good in this. These frames have been pretty good in this. For the Athletics, other 212 with Oakland, Mark McGuire on card, autograph frame mini. But I have been less than pleased. And what's crazy is like people would complain about the football last year, and then there was some complaints about how the football was run this year. Not just my team, but just in general the organization. But there has been some jabs thrown at my team too on how we run the practices and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm watching this wrestling now, and I'm like, dude, no one is ever going to say anything about anything I do with football from now on. I'm going to say, if you got a problem with football, sign your kid up for wrestling around here. Otani Mini for the 7. Sign your kid up for the wrestling here, because, oh my God, it is just unorganized. There's like no authority. Another in-action SP Arenado for the Cardinals. And like, now it's fine. I'm going to work with my son and, outside of practice, but my wife specifically is getting a little nervous about like his matches. She's like, I don't want him to like go to these matches and get his butt kicked every single time just because the coaches aren't coaching him up. And I'm like, well, I get that. Me too. I think we'll be fine. Like, we haven't been to any matches yet, obviously, but I think we'll be fine. I'm trying to work with them, like, see how it goes. But every person I talk to from my football team, they're like, yeah, my kid didn't, like, the one I was talking to him at whenever we were at the higher division football game, and I didn't realize that he wrestled. And okay, so I thought that the highest numbering on these rips were out of 99, so that out of 50 Roberto Clemente might be a little tough. Out of 50, Ken Griffey Jr. to 199, rip it baby. Eric K with the Mariners, 112 out of 199, our second rip of the case here. Two good ones, Roberto Clemente and now a Ken Griffey Jr. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I was talking to him about wrestling, and like, yeah, we were on the wrestling team last year. I was like, well, did you win a lot of? I was asking the kid. I was like, did you win a lot of matches last year? And they're like, he's like, no. And then we just had our football banquet this past weekend, and I was talking to one of the dads, and his kid's in jiu-jitsu this year, but he said the prior 2 years he was with the school in wrestling, and he was like, it was terrible. And I was like, well, he's a pretty aggressive kid on the football field. Did he win a lot of wrestling matches? And he was like, God, no. And I was like, man, I just, now I'm starting to connect the dots, and I'm like, oh man, I might have made the wrong choice. That's all right. We'll give it this year. It's no big deal, but it is rough. It's like painful to sit there and watch as a coach. As a coach sitting there and watching this, I'm like, man, this is not good. And like I said, I'm going to use that to my advantage in football. I'm like, anybody ever has a problem with anything that we do? Oh, what do we got here? Ice cream, vanilla. It's not even ice cream. It just smells like vanilla, I know. Yeah, it's just vanilla. You could call it vanilla ice cream, but it's just vanilla. Another sniffer there. Apple and vanilla. But I'll be like, seriously, if you got a problem with this, wait, you sign your kid up for wrestling and see how that goes. Bo Sox. Carl Yaz, Boston Red Sox, game used bat relic frame mini. Like, the fact that no one has yelled yet. Think about that. We're talking about kindergarten through 5th grade? I think it's kindergarten through 5th grade youth wrestling, and I haven't heard a coach yell once. Haven't yelled one single time in 3 weeks. Or I guess 2.5 weeks. Ellie De La Cruz refractor. Chrome refractor. That should tell you all you need to know. So needless to say, I've been a bit disappointed. Today was kind of the day where it's finally, like the other days, other practices, I'm like, you know, so we're just now starting. They just started. They're getting to know everybody. You know, it's like I don't know much about wrestling, so I don't want to say anything. I don't even know how wrestling practices run. I just got general knowledge of youth sports, and you're telling me that no one has yelled? I don't know. Chorizo. Alright, we're already on box 6. Not that we've blown through these super fast or anything, but I guess that wrestling story took a couple boxes there, so I'm going to say it seems, you know, we're moving along here pretty good. I'm surprised to see that we're already relic card here for the non-MLB content creator. Surprised to see that we're already on box 6, but I know we're not like speed running this by any means. You could, what are these? I know these are super. These are, you're only going to get like 1 or 2 of these in a case or something. I forget what these are called though. Trout, Angels, Braden's daddy. X-Fractor. Are they X-Fractors in this? I know they're pretty difficult. First one in 6 boxes there. I think you might get only 1 or maybe 2 in a case. Cycle Secession SP insert Craig Biggio for the Astros. 1 per case on the X-Fractor. Okay, thank you. 1 per case on the X-Fractor, Mike Trout. Nice one there. Skeens Chrome. Crab mac and cheese. Hey, A-Rod for Texas. Game used Bat Relic Frame Mini. Texas. Belt for the Brewers jersey. Whatever that thing is. I don't, those X-rays are just, they could have did something cooler than that. I mean, I guess some of these are just kind of boring, but I don't know. Those X-ray cards are just weird to me personally. Put some cards away here. We're at the halfway point. A lot of cards in these. A lot of cards. I think Austin said something that it takes him like 2.5 hours to sort. Either 2.5 or 3.5, which is a lot either way. Like a lot. A lot. Yeah, I think he said 3.5 because just with having to bag up all these cards and write everyone's names down on the bags and all that kind of stuff takes a good chunk of time. Okay. Tatis for the Padres. No, we haven't been doing any shipping on Fridays anymore. We do only Monday shipping now. Only Monday shipping. Which I gotta figure out the Sunday stuff because the Sunday stuff didn't ship out on Monday. I think the one week we were able to get it all out, but I think we did some longer breaks, 2 different Chrome update hobbies, so I think I need to try to ship that either Thursday or Friday. But this stuff will 100% ship on this upcoming Monday. So I guess some people might get it on Wednesday, whenever we ship on Monday, but others might be a minute. Yeah, only Monday ship. That's the only thing whenever I go live on Sundays, I switch up the schedule a little bit and go live on Sunday. It throws a wrench into it. We either have to bust our ass to get it all sorted and then shipped on Monday, or it takes a little bit of time to get it out. So whenever it's like not super long breaks, we usually try to like go balls to the wall to sort it so we can ship it out next day. But whenever there's some longer breaks, there's just no way. Jose Tinya for the Guardians, rookie autograph frame mini. Hopefully that's fine, my friend. I'm sorry. Yeah, we haven't done Friday shipping in like a long time. Like probably like a year or two. Like standard Friday shipping. Every once in a while, like I said, we'll have to ship out stuff. Like I said, like this week with Sunday, we're gonna have to add a ship day this week, so we can ship out the Sunday stuff, so it doesn't have to wait until all the way until Monday. We got a framed stained glass. Adams rookie for the Angels. Framed stained glass. I don't know. Did we pull a framed stained glass? I don't think so. I think this is the first one. Brayton's. Daddy. David. Okay. Yeah, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, whatever you gotta do. Yeah, we try to get the cards into everyone's hands as fast as possible, but there is some lead time in there with, sorting it, QCing it, and shipping on Monday takes us all freaking day to ship out, 100, 120, 130 packages. We're up there. We're there all freaking day. Cool. Yeah, with it being just me and Austin, and then now that with him being live, we got our third rip card of the case. Luciano, rookie rip, number to 199, San Fran. Kevin F. with the Giants. There you go, Kevin. Hope you're doing well, Kevin. I saw your order come through, and I was like, wow, I haven't seen Kevin F. in quite some time. Kevin with the Giants rip card. I mean, we have a process in place, obviously, and we get through it. We get through it fast in the once you factor in just the two of us and how many packages and how much we got to do to get them all out. So that is, we do it pretty fast, but it does take us all day. It's not like we get done in just an hour or two. We are over at the office all day long. I drop my son off at preschool at 9. I drive over to the office, and then I am there all day. Usually get home, Skeens rookie, at like 4 or 5. And then I gotta race home to eat dinner, and then get breaks set up to post on the website. And yep. Sometimes I do a little bit on Sunday for breaks, kind of get those kind of ready so I don't have as much to do on Monday, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. And yeah, for the Astros game used jersey, mini, or not mini, game used jersey. Pickle. Oversized pickle. Oversized pickle. Man, we're getting a lot. We got, what, 3 rip cards, 3 scratch and sniffs. Did we already get limes before? I think we did. This one seems... thought it was going to be a little bit more stronger than that. How about them Cowboys? Oh, man, the Cowboys... I mean, talk just like... They did. I think I was going to say the biggest thing, but Freddie Freeman, game used jersey. It's not numbered. Ends in FFR for the R spot. Amp, that's you with the R, 8 spot. I was going to say their biggest thing, and it's not their biggest thing, but one obviously glaring issue is the run game. I mean, without the run game, you can't do anything. Without a run game, you cannot do anything offensively. And the fact that their run game is absolutely horrendous, now they have their backup quarterback in, there's nothing Cooper Rush can do. I mean, they are just banged up, and just the whole team is just depleted, and it's sad. Cycle Secession, Bellinger for the Cubs. 28 for the 8 spot, Amp again. I mean, it is just rough to watch. I mean, the run game is so bad. How many rushing yards did Rico have that game? I think under 30. Under 30 yards. Your starting running back doesn't even have 30 yards rushing, or what? I think he had 28. Maybe he had a little bit more, but let's just, for the sake of the conversation, can't even get 30 yards. Towers subject used memorabilia. Mike Towers. Mike Joe. I mean, $30 yards. I think for the first half, or at least for the large portion of the first half, I think that one run play for got a Judge Black Frame. That one run play for CD Lamb, I believe it was, for 13 yards, 12 yards, or 13 yards, was he had more yards rushing than Rico did for a while. I think Rico at one point, it was like 6 rushes for 6 yards. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Nah, I think his over-under was even less than that. I think it was like 60. I mean, it's already there. I mean, they're accounting for low yardage, but even like 60, I mean, that's like, you would think that's going to hit. Nope. How much was it? Was it under 30, I believe. I think it was 28. I mean, without that, you literally can't do anything, though. So it's like, it doesn't matter. I know you guys are saying Trey Lance, which, I mean, at this point, I just don't think, it doesn't even matter. Jordan Wicks, rookie jersey for the Cubs. You can't run the ball. You can't do anything. Everyone knows that they can't run the ball, and now their quarterback's out. So it's like, you can't even, you can't run the ball, and now your quarterback's out. So you got to really try to run the ball. You got to figure out how to run the ball to help out these backup quarterbacks. I mean, that's point blank, simple, plain and simple. You got to figure out how to run the ball. You got to get the run game going, help these guys out. I get the, some screens and shorter throws to kind of get the quarterback rolling or whatever a little bit. But in the end, again, you have got to be able to run the ball. And I'm not even saying, your starting running back got to rush for a hundo. You got to get more than 50. Yeah, it's like everything. Did you see too? It was like they opened up the roof for the first time in whatever it was, 2 or 3 years, right? They opened up the roof for the first time in 2 or 3 years, and then a piece of metal comes up. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, stuff like that happens, especially not doing that for a number of years. It's like issues arise, but it's just like at this point for the Cowboys, it's just like piling on. At this point, they're the freaking laughing stock of the league. Yeah, I mean, on my point of view on that, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like Cooper Rush or Trey Lance. I mean, you want to give Trey Lance a shot? I mean, who cares? Give Cooper Rush a shot. I mean, he's performed in the past. I get, what am I even trying to say here? Steak sandwich. I get, the thought process of, you know, trying getting another younger quarterback in there and seeing what they can do. I get that, but it's like, yeah, I mean, really, what are we trying to do? If Cooper Rush can't do it, I'm sorry, but I highly doubt Trey Lance can do it. And you really haven't even given Cooper Rush that much time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if he stinks it up again in another game, maybe give Trey Lance a shot just because, like, you have nothing else to lose. But then they're also doing dumb shit. Like, that fake punt, that was so stupid. Like, I get, like, you have nothing to lose. You're trying something out. You have nothing to lose. You're gonna might as well go for it, you know, and do some shit like that. Maybe you're catching them sleeping. But whenever you're just bad at everything, and that was just so stupid. It was almost predictable, and it was predicted by. I mean, the Texans sniffed it out pretty quick. It was almost predictable though. It's like, okay, well, where were they? They were on like the 35 or something, maybe close to the 40. Early on in the game, you're trying to get a spark. It was like, it was almost in a spot where it was like predictable that they would do a fake. You know, that was just, and then it was just nothing but downhill from there. I mean, it was nothing but downhill from the kickoff. But they're paying Trey Lance $9 million. What's the Trey Lance contract? Somebody give me the details on this Trey Lance contract. I know quarterbacks get paid, but man, holy shit. I mean, but that's sad, dude. Whenever you are saying that it was predictable that a team did a fake punt there. Like, is so sad. A fake punt should never be predictable. Yeah, I mean, you got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. One goes down. Cooper Rush had the backup spot locked in, loaded here. I mean, you got to ride him out for a little bit, right? I mean, how many weeks now has he been the starting quarterback? Anybody know that? You got to give him, you got to give the backup guy a little bit of time here, understanding that the team sucks anyways. We can't run the ball, so now he's getting thrown to the wolves. So it's like, at least give him a little bit of time. But I do think at some point they keep stinking it up. You know, at some point you got to try to see if you can get a little bit of a spark out of Trey Lance. But it's also another one of those where it's like Nolan Gorman for the Cardinals jersey. You know, it kind of stinks for Trey Lance because it's like if he gets a shot with a game or two left, same shit that they did with Will Greer in my book a couple years back. Who was it? The Carolina Panthers were just totally shot. The last game meant nothing, and you're a guy that's fighting for a roster spot to stay on a roster. You know, you're a mid-round quarterback draft pick. You're fighting to stay on the roster, and then they give you a shot the last game of the season when it doesn't matter, and it matters to the other team. And some people are checked out. They're just there just to get paid and get out of there, and you're trying to put in work to, you know, knowing that next year we've got a Tawny Chrome for the 7. Next year, you know, you're fighting to get a contract with another team, and now you're getting thrown to the wolves, and now you're dead. I mean, that's kind of the seems like may end up happening to Trey Lance if they do go that route. It's like, okay, they're going to give him 1 or 2 games at the end of the season whenever it doesn't even matter, and now Profar for the Padres game used framed mini jersey. And then it was like, you know, he's going to obviously stink it up because the team stinks. And then it's like, okay, well, Trey Lance stinks. And, you know, so now he's screwed. That's like one shitty scenario there for a young quarterback, which I'm not a big Trey Lance believer, but just saying, you know, now he's going to be screwed just because the Cowboys are just, the team stinks and the whole organization just is like Fucking ruining people's careers. I mean, really. We got a gold. Wow, we hit that Devers Orange Mini earlier. Now we got a gold 33 out of 50. Look at these golds. It looks like, this looks like actual gold on this card.
I love gold.
No, you didn't open up anything. You gave us something to talk about here, so I'm actually pretty thankful for that. Gave us some sports to talk about here. Might as well talk. Have a discussion. Have a discussion. Do we need to set up I just don't got no freaking time to do anything, man. I would love to have a little weekly NFL and college football hour-long little talk show each week during the season. Talk about what's going on and all that, you know. Have people call in. Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves, game used bat relic. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm not like the smartest person. I feel like I have a good amount of football knowledge though, but I'm not definitely no expert. Definitely not. I mean, you see some of these other people that do sports podcasts and talk shows and stuff. It's like they don't fucking know either. It just sounds good. Three more boxes to go, my friends. 3 more to go. Yeah, it's really crazy with the defense because there's really some really talented players on the defense. Like, how did it get to this point? Got some really talented players, but yeah, they haven't figured that out this year. It's been terrible. So what's the situation? I'll hop off the Cowboys here for a second. What's the situation with the Giants here? So they're benching Danny Jones and giving it to Tommy DeVito here. I mean, what's the rationale behind that? Anybody have any details on that exactly? I haven't really read too much into that. I mean, I just saw the headlines essentially. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought the Daniel Jones pick all the way back in 2019. I'm sure I could go back to some break videos from around that time of the draft, and I thought that was one of the worst picks ever. Bryce Harper for the Phillies. I've been a Daniel Jones hater from day one. I think he was terrible, terrible, terrible. Wasn't all that great in college. Just thought, I don't know. I don't remember his draft analysis from way back when, but I knew I just hated him from the start. Benching him so he doesn't get hurt for guaranteed money. Benching him so he doesn't get hurt. How does that work, Ricky? What? Benching him so he doesn't get hurt for guaranteed money. So if he doesn't get hurt, I mean, they still got to pay him, right? I don't understand that. Benching him so he doesn't get hurt for guaranteed money. So let's say you got, are you saying like in a scenario where it's like you get seriously injured and he's out for this year and next year or something, and then they have to pay him guaranteed money to pay him next year, where they could, and if he doesn't get hurt this year, they could potentially do something with him in the off season. Is that what you're getting at? No, Daniel Jones was like, I don't know. That was a terrible pick. I mean, I said it from the beginning. That was just terrible, terrible, terrible. He's a bum. He has a pretty bad losing record as a starting quarterback. And yeah, I mean, good for him. Like personally, good for him. I mean, somebody that came, I think he was a 0-star recruit coming out of high school, makes it to the NFL where he's starting quarterback for 5 years for the New York Football Giants. So, I mean, in life, he definitely won. Made a whole bunch of millions of dollars, and so even if he gets booted now, it's like whatever. But as for the Giants franchise, what a bunch of idiots. Tommy DeVito is now the starter. My goodness. Injury clause in his contract. Well, at least the Giants are being a little bit smart about that, I guess. Then. Gotcha. That's why I was trying to piece together that. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Well, that's the Giants got a little sharp there on that one then. Jose Ramirez for the Guardians. B. Duncan. Brad. Autograph framed mini. Seems like it's got a little bit of a indentation right there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Right there where my thumb is. Framed mini. Just take it out of the frame. I don't know, man. And I know there's some wacky college football like the Big 12 this year, just straight ass, but I don't know. I just like college football so much more than the NFL. I just feel like I know there's a lot of the same shit that goes on, but the NFL is just becoming a fucking shit show. Yeah, this case has been solid. We've gotten some really good hits. This has been a really good case. Yeah, not only do they let go of Saquon Barkley, he goes to the Eagles. Not only do they let go of Barkley, and it just goes to show you, too, of how bad they are. You know, Barkley goes to the Eagles, and he's been balling out and everything. I mean, he was doing great for the Giants, too, but how stupid can you be? Not only do you let a top 10 running back in the league go, and that's top 10 in the league with the Giants. You let him go. But now, not only do you let him go, he's with the Eagles. Divisional opponent. Riley Green for the Tigers, game used jersey. A divisional opponent. Are you shitting me? Oh, or what about the same from Hard Knocks? They had, I forget who it was. Was it the coach's son? Was it the coach's son? I forget who it was. But they were talking about potentially getting Jaden Daniels in the draft. Or like somebody said, like you've got to get Jaden Daniels. Like, don't let Jaden Daniels fall out of your grasp, essentially. I forget exactly what was said. And now look at Jaden Daniels, and now look at what they're doing with Daniel Jones. I think there was some comment made about Daniel Jones being the guy or something, so it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like a coach's kid that said that. And it was like, a kid is telling you this. These guys are a bunch of idiots. Seriously. Glavin for the Braves. Game used bat relic. Pitcher bat relic. It's a lot of Glavin bat relics. I feel like. Black border. Cortez. Kershaw refractor for the 2, chrome refractor. Keep dropping these minis. Big dumper, black border. Alright, we still got 2 more to go here, boys and girls. We're at the hour and 26-minute mark. This is the final case. It's a bittersweet moment. I do like Ginter. I hate to see it go, but at the same time, I'm glad to see it. It really has been. It really, really has been. We still got 2 boxes here, so let's see. Would be cool to get another jumbo rip right at the end. Bryce Harper. Breckenridge autographed mini framed mini. It's a drummer Riley Breckenridge. Oh wait, is that the? Is this the guy that is friends with My OY? This might be My OY's friend. This might be My OY's friend. I think it was. We pulled a relic card of. I thought it was a drummer. My OY's friend. Breckenridge. Chris's friend. non-MLB spot, obviously. Thrice drummer, that was his money. So what drummer is this guy for? This is Breckenridge. Riley Breckenridge. Dropping the minis. Chili, Skyline Chili. Never been there. A-Rod for the Mariners jersey. Okay, so that is him. Cool. So we pulled his relic and then we pulled his auto. Have to let Chris know about that. You might want to buy that actually, Roy P. Just so you know. Hey, Martinez, game used bat relic on a framed mini. Are the greens numbered? No. Pedro Martinez. Always think the green ones are numbered, but they ain't. They ain't. Anybody's hopped in on that 15 Topps Field Access yet, my friends. Take a look at that. Pretty cheap to hop in. 48 autos in a case. 48 autos in a case. All right, my friends, we have reached the final box. No jumbo rip card, but we do got corn on the cob. I do think, I don't know. I'm a breaker that has to ship cards, so like I do hate oversized cards so much. I do like the oversized rips. I do like obviously oversized autograph cards. Obviously they never sell as much as the regular size counterparts, but I hate oversized cards, and then whenever they're doing the food ones, it's like, who is really going to want that? I mean, seriously though, like, who wants an oversized corn on the cob card? What is the point of that, other than just kind of keeping the Allen and Ginter tradition and nostalgicness of Allen and Ginter alive? I don't know. Oh, I gotta figure out some Christmas shopping for the kids, man. Oh. Plus my one son, his birthday's 5 days before Christmas, 12/21. 4 days, whatever it is. So then we gotta think of, not only do you gotta think of Christmas, you gotta think of his birthday too, because we don't group it in. You know, group Christmas in with his birthday, which I know some people do that whenever the kid's birthday's super close, which I can see why, but we don't do that. Kyle Tucker, game used jersey frame mini for the Astros. Figure out something for him, which we're doing a Dave and Buster's trip with him, so that'll be the big part of that. So he doesn't really need a whole lot else, just, you know, one or two, maybe like a Lego set and something else small for his birthday. So I'm not too worried about that one, but just saying it does add on to the fact that we already still got to get him some other stuff. I think we're going to get both of the kids some mountain bike. Yeah, we do two different, you know. I know my grandma, her birthday is it the day before Christmas? I think my grandma's birthday is the day before Christmas Eve. So like I know she always talks about and complains about growing up, you know, and growing up poor, that her birthday she never really got, like, you know, it was always grouped in with her Christmas. So, and I know every time we get her a Christmas gift, we got to get her a Christmas and because we always go down on Christmas Eve to West Virginia, so always got to get her a Christmas gift and a birthday gift, or else she'll bitch. Not real, well, kind of, but Gleyber Torres, Yankees game used jersey. But yeah, we do his separate. You know, still make you feel special on your birthday and all that, you know. So, but we're already doing. Dave and Buster's is in Pittsburgh, so we're doing a little Dave and Buster's trip on his actual birthday, 12/21. We're going to go up to Pittsburgh. I think we're even going to stay the night in a hotel and go to Dave and Buster's, and so that's really his big like birthday thing. Instead of doing a party this year, that's what we're doing. Normally we do birthday parties, but I do. It does get a little tricky being, you know, 6 out of 50. Mallory Swanson. It does get a little tricky with everyone's already like stressed with Christmas and having to go to a party, you know, which would be fine. We typically do throw a party, but this year we're just, instead of a party, just me, my wife, and my son take them to Dave and Buster's and do that. Pretty cool. Well, that's different. I feel like that's different. I would definitely do that. If my kids were like that, I would definitely be doing that. Yeah, Dave and Buster's is sick. I love Dave and Buster's. Me and my wife even, where were we? Whenever me and her went. I think Grandma, I don't think it was anything special. I think just Grandma had the kids. Manny Machado for the Padres game used jersey. I think the kids were at Grandma's, and we did a little date night at Dave & Buster's. Like, Dave & Buster's is sick. It can get kind of expensive, but Dave & Buster's is pretty sick. So either way, we're going to do that as a little, instead of spending money on a birthday party, we're just going to do that this year. Usually we do birthday parties. Both me and my wife growing up. I think I had a birthday party. We were living in the trailer, so I had to have been, we moved out of the trailer whenever I was in first grade, so the last birthday party I had was in first grade. I never had a birthday party after that, so my wife, I think, was in a kind of a similar boat, so we kind of make it a point to make sure our kids feel extra special on their birthdays. Throw them a party and all that. So this is the first time one of our kids doesn't have an actual birthday party. But again, it's not like we're doing nothing. We're just kind of doing something different with the Dave and Buster's. And we're not throwing a whole party at Dave and Buster's for everyone to go because, like I said, it was just kind of, one, it gets expensive if just we go, and you got to pay for everyone else. And up, Kamikaze? Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Dave and Buster's trip for him. That pretty much covers him. Like I said, we'll probably get just something small that they can open up. He can open up on his actual, on his birthday too. But then for Christmas, I gotta figure out what all. I know we're probably gonna get him each a mountain bike. And for whatever reason, my older son, he wants a mountain bike. Like, he has a bike, but he wants specifically a mountain bike, which he does not have a mountain bike, but specifically he wants a mountain bike. So we're gonna get him a mountain bike. And then with him getting a mountain bike, we're gonna get our younger son a mountain bike too, just so we kind of do that a lot. They kind of get similar gifts, Not everything is the same, but whenever you're getting them something big like that, it's like kind of have to get them both one or else. So both get a bike. My oldest son has been, my youngest son too. They both play it. They've both been doing a lot of playing college football 2025. I can tell you they both played way more college football 2025 than I have. So, but they've been wanting to play. They're like, hey Dad, can you get this, can you get the Steelers on here? Hey Dad, can you get the Dolphins on here? Ask me for NFL teams on there. I'm like, no guys, this is college. And they understand it, but they still, periodically they forget and they ask. So I'm like, okay, well, I think now they've been playing that a lot, so might as well get them Madden as a gift. So I'll get them Madden, 2 mountain bikes. We gotta figure out some other stuff. Probably some Legos. Probably a few new books. We need to get library cards. Me and my wife keep telling each other that. We need to get library cards because books get expensive, man. You drop $15 on a book and you read it and then boom. It's like we read to our kids every single night. Every single night we read to our kids. So we really need we got like so many books, so many kids books, and it's like we paid like good money for them too, It's like 10 to 15 bucks every freaking book. You need to just get a library card. We keep telling each other that because we just read so many. I need to get a library card. I was going to say get them some books for Christmas, but you need to just get a library card. So I need to tell my wife that no books. You need to just get our ass over to the library. It's right across from the post office, so I'm always at the post office. I need to just slide in there one day and do that. So tell her that no books, no books. Definitely get some clothes, a little bit of clothes. Get them Madden. Get them each a Lego set. They've kind of grown out of wrestlers. We usually get them a bunch of wrestlers too, or I do. I'll order them a bunch of wrestlers online, but they've kind of gotten out of that. Probably slip them some Pokemon cards. That's what I'll do. Pokemon cards, Pokemon cards, bikes. They don't need any new footballs or anything. Got like 1 million footballs and basketballs and baseball bat. They got all that stuff, so they don't need any of that. Madden, bikes, a little bit of clothes, maybe a Lego set. I don't know. Anybody else got any ideas? Give me some ideas for some young boys. Pokemon cards. Honestly, we'll probably find some other stuff. Maybe some Nerf guns or something. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. Hey, fellas, that was 2024 Allen Ginter Baseball, full case number 5. Thank you guys so much.